Have you ever felt your dreams slowly suffocating? Not because you were incapable, but because you were a woman. I am a woman, and this is my story. I am telling it myself because no one else truly knows how heavy a silent dream can be. From the time I was a child, I dreamed of working. Not for money alone, but for dignity, confidence, and identity. I wanted to wake up every morning knowing that I mattered beyond the walls of my home. I studied hard. I stayed focused, and I believed that education was my key to freedom. But dreams are not born in empty spaces. They are born inside families, cultures, and rules. When I finally said the words out loud, Mom, Dad, I want to do a job, the room went silent. Then came the answer I feared. A good girl stays at home. Work is not for you. That day, something cracked inside me. Not because they said no, but because they didn't even try to understand why I said yes. I wasn't angry with my parents. I knew they were afraid of society, of people's opinions, of losing control. But what about my fear? The fear of living a life I never chose? Days turned into months. I helped at home. I smiled. I obeyed. But inside, my dream was screaming. I used to look at women going to work and wonder, what makes them different from me? Are they braver, luckier, or just allowed? Eventually, after endless discussions, emotional fights, and silent tears, I got permission, but with conditions. Don't forget your limits. Don't embarrass us. Remember, you're a woman first. I nodded. Because sometimes survival comes before freedom, getting the job felt like victory. But it was only the beginning of the real struggle. The workplace was not kind. People doubted me. Some questioned my skills. Some questioned my character. Some smiled on my face and judged me behind my back. I worked twice as hard to be taken half as seriously. There were days when I came home exhausted, mentally and emotionally drained. Days when I cried quietly so no one would hear. Days when I asked myself, is this worth it? But every time I thought of quitting, I remembered the girl I used to be, the one who dreamed with hope in her eyes. And I whispered to myself, if you give up now, you will betray her. Being a working woman meant constantly proving myself. At home, I was told I was neglecting my responsibilities. At work, I was told I was too emotional. I was never enough, yet expected to be everything. Still, I stayed, because this job was not just a job. It was my voice, my confidence, my proof that I existed beyond expectations. Slowly, things changed. Not the world, but me. I became stronger, calmer, more confident. One day, I heard my parents telling someone, our daughter is very hardworking. It wasn't an apology, it was an acceptance. But it was progress. And I smiled. Today I know this truth. A woman's journey is not about fighting the world alone. It's about fighting the fear planted inside her. If you are a woman listening to this and your dream feels impossible, please remember, dreams don't need permission. They need courage, patience, and persistence. And if you felt even a small part of yourself in my story, don't let it end here. Subscribe for more real stories, real voices, and real struggles. Because somewhere out there, another woman is still waiting for the courage to begin. And the next story might be yours.